Hey, yo, what's up, good folks? I want to bring you another story. So, hey, without further ado, let's get straight into it. What's up, guys? I'm your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to do this story yesterday, but why, in the midst of trying to do it, I got the crazy news about what happened down here in Memphis, about that just crazy, man. Memphis and people wonder why we on the top of the map of crime, because of stuff like that. So I don't know what's it all about, but if I had to guess, it sounded like it was something personal, gang related or whatever. I had no idea what was it all about, but then again, should I really be surprised? But anyway, save it for another story. This story right here, what I'm about to bring to your attention, comes out of Texas. It comes out of Texas. And what we have here is a 10-year-old, another 10-year-old. He has confessed to investigators that he killed a man back in 2022. A 10-year-old made this confession. And the man who you see right there on my screen is the guy that was killed by this 10-year-old by the name Brandon Rasberry. That's his name, Brandon Rasberry. And the family is upset to hear that this 10-year-old has admitted to killing this man and that he would not be charged. I guess the state of Texas, due to the age that he is, there's nothing they can really do to him for the crime that he committed. I would like to know how y'all think about that. That these 10-year-olds are committing crimes now, heinous crimes, and nothing can be done about it. Okay, that's wild. Nothing can be done about it. But without further ado, guys, let me play this clip for you.
10-year-old boy in psychiatric. Our top story, a 10-year-old boy in psychiatric care tonight after a disturbing confession.
Investigators say the child told them he killed a stranger when he was 7 years old. Police say the boy just confessed last week. However, the killing happened 2 years ago in Nixon, an hour east of San Antonio.
Tonight, the victim's family speaks to KENS 5. Reporter Meredith Haas also explains why the child won't be charged.
2 years after Brandon Rasberry was shot to death while sleeping.
It's just tragic. It's kind of hard to wrap our head around.
Jonathan Fauchik is getting answers about who may have killed his brother.
Finding out that it was a 7-year-old, I'm still unsure how to absorb everything.
The Gonzales Police Department says the alleged confession came from a 10-year-old boy who reportedly threatened to kill another student a week ago. According to police, the boy detailed the moments he took a pistol from his grandfather's pickup and shot Rasberry, who was asleep in his own home. Police say the boy told them his grandfather pawned the gun in Seguin.
I feel like the boy knew exactly what he was doing.
But that's what investigators will have to determine.
In Texas, we assume that children under the age of 10 cannot form criminal intent.
Criminal defense attorney Joel Holscher says under Texas law, this 10-year-old boy will never be charged for the alleged murder of Brandon Rasberry because any crime committed by a child.
Before we go into further, I heard what the guy said that they, I guess according to their laws, they under the impression that 10-year-olds cannot commit a crime. Well, now that you know that a 10-year-old can commit a crime, are the laws going to change? Whereas y'all can get some kind of charge for what they're doing. Now, on the other hand of that, he said under 10, which the boy was supposed to be 7 at the time when he did it, all right? But now that you hear that this 10-year-old has confessed what he has done, where do y'all go moving forward?
Under the age of 10 cannot be prosecuted.
A lot of them really don't understand the implications of what they're doing.
Holscher says most likely the boy will face a civil trial where his mental health will be evaluated.
A lot of them really don't understand the implications of what they're doing.
But for Jonathan,
I would like to see the young man, get the help that's needed.
he will never get his brother back.
And Brandon's legacy, I would like the word to be out, about keeping a strong eye on your kids.
Now that 10-year-old kid is still being investigated for making terroristic threats. We're told that he can face charges for that offense. Now, Nixon-Smiley CISD said in a statement that he will not be returning back to school. Live in the newsroom, I'm Meredith Haas, KENS 5.
Meredith.
All right, so y'all heard that. Wow, what a tragedy. And again, guys, I want y'all to think about something. A lot of these stories I've been doing lately has been about 10-year-old. This is about probably the third or fourth story, probably the fifth story I have done about a 10-year-old who has done the unthinkable to adults now, you know. And again, I never thought I'd see the day when I'm hearing that 10-year-olds are putting pistols in their hands and offering adults. I never thought I would hear this, but the time has come that we are hearing 10-year-olds getting guns, where he was 7 at the time, but for him to confess that he did it, you know, where him being 7, that make it even worse. Now think about it, that made it even worse, you know, because they say he shot him while he was asleep, you know. But still, you know, the magnitude of the story, period, that a 10-year-old got so upset and threatening another classmate or whatnot, that he got so angry and that he confessed to what he has done to somebody years prior, which tells me this is a 10-year-old who probably have anger issues and some more things going on with him. Okay? Which that is a bad combination, somebody being that young, and it seems like you already raising a terrorist, because how they put it, he made terrorist threats to another classmate. So if he's 10 years old, probably somebody else who's 10 years old or maybe a couple of years younger, he making terroristic threats. That's scary. That's scary. But again, I asked the question, you know, with these 10-year-olds now, since a lot of states feel like they cannot charge them with anything. So what happens now? Because it seems like these 10-year-olds are getting out of control with beating, murdering adults. So if y'all can't lock them up, what is it that y'all can do so y'all can cease this? Because if y'all just getting them and kind of letting them go, and they go out and hurt somebody else, I mean, what do you do at that point? If y'all keep letting them go and they're able to hurt somebody else, what do you do at this point? What can you do? What are you going to implement to happen to this young fella for what he has done? And then as he get older, he's heightening up his senses to do more damage. He making threats to do more damage. Now they say the grandfather had the gun, but the grandfather pawned the gun. And I'm assuming he pawned the gun because he didn't want to get in trouble for what this boy has done. He probably knew what this boy has done. So it's kind of making me think, you know, who has this boy been around? Who's been raising him for him to be so violent like that and evil like that? What is he being taught? Those are questions that you have to ask when you hear stories like these. Who are they around? Who is raising them? And what are they being taught? And furthermore, I guess one of the $1 million questions, whoever is raising them, do they really give a damn about them? Okay? I just can't see myself trying to teach a 10-year-old to hate somebody that much or hate people that much that I am willing to teach him or her to commit murder. Now, on the other hand of that, I don't know how a lot of y'all feel about this. I would teach them in self-defense, because y'all know how we grew up. Our moms or dads or grandma used to tell us, you know, so you better get your ass outside and fight or I'll whoop your ass, because they didn't want to raise no cowards. They didn't want to teach you how to run from a fight. They wanted you to defend yourself. And I say that to say this. You know, if it's a situation where he defended himself and it just accidentally that he killed the person he defended himself from, then I guess I can't say nothing about that because it was self-defense. But to have that much anger at 7 and it's still going on now at 10 years old, this is finna be a problem. And it's finna be a major problem. Hell, it's already a problem. Because again, this is about the 4th or 5th story I have done where a 10-year-old has done the unthinkable. And it sounds like it's getting worse and worse. And it's getting younger and younger that these young children are committing these crimes. Okay? Now with the fella in the video, we said at the end. Wherever that man is, wherever that 10-year-old is going through, I hope he get help too. Because it sounds like he needs it. Sounds like he needs it. And he needs it pronto. Or it's going to be disaster, chaos everywhere that he go if he doesn't get the help that he needs. I mean, crying out loud, he's in elementary school, and they say he making terroristic threats. I wonder how his mom is around him if she's living. And it says that a 10-year-old out of Texas, boy being questioned for allegedly threatening to kill a classmate, told investigators that he killed a man for no reason. Listen to this. At 7 years old, killed a man for no reason. 2 years ago, according to law enforcement officials. But according to state law, he can't be charged in that crime. The unidentified child told school officials in Nixon-Smiley Consolidated Independent School District that he had shot and killed a man in 2022 and he was being questioned for allegedly threatening to kill a student on the bus last week. According to Gonzales County Sheriff's Office news release, the child told investigators first-hand information about the shooting death of 32-year-old Brandon O'Quinn Rasberry on January 18, 2022 in Nixon, Texas, which is located approximately 1 hour of San Antonio. The child said he was visiting his grandfather at an RV park that day, a few lots from where Rasberry was living, the release stated. He told investigators he took a pistol from the glove box of his grandfather's truck, entered the RV belonging to Rasberry, and shot him once, killing him. Wow. The child then told investigators he had never met Rasberry before and had seen him walking around the RV earlier that day. The child was also asked if he was mad at Brandon for some reason or if Brandon had ever done anything to him to make him mad. The child stated no, the release said. On April 12th, investigators found a gun used in Rasberry murder at a pawn shop in a nearby town and eventually matched shell cases from the scene with the gun used in the crime. But because the child was under the age of 10 at the time of the crime, he can't be charged in connection with the 2022 homicide, the release said, citing the Texas Penal Code. And of course, they say it's kind of hard to wrap their head around it. Went up in that man's RV and just killed him for no reason, according to what is being put out there. This 7-year-old apparently knew how to do something for him to go to this man's RV and do this to him for no apparent reason whatsoever. This is sad. This is scary. This is sad and scary. Almost like some child play or some Pet Cemetery shit. This is scary that a 7-year-old can get this violent and a 10-year-old still showing signs of that violence that he has in him. So again, I had to ask, what is he being taught? What is he seeing? What is he hearing that he's picking up and repeating the behavior? Okay? Wow. This is just fucking wow. I don't know which one is worse. The damn shooting the orange man down here or this story right here. Probably both of them by equal. But it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. We got to do better with these children, black or white, whatever color you are. We have to do better. No ifs and buts about it. Always, guys, let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments in the comment section. And wow. I'll catch y'all next time.